So you're playing dual wield Unholy Death Knight, or you're trying out the spec, you're seeing exactly how strong it is, but you feel a little weird, you don't know what you're doing right or what you're doing wrong, and you're kind of confused about the rotation. Well, I did make a full guide completely detailing everything you need to know about it, but let's just jump into just the rotation itself today. And for that, I have one little add-on, well, technically it's a weak aura, that you guys can use that will literally tell you what to do to get your optimal rotation. This weak aura is doing all of the math for you, and you can pretty much just follow what it tells you to do to master Unholy Dual Wield DK. But what if I was playing actually a Frost Death Knight, Sarthe? Well, this weak aura actually helps out Frost DKs also. This is a phenomenal add-on that all of you guys can use to really min-max your rotation, and also just to learn it. You don't need to always have it and follow it forever, but it helps you learn your rotation and help you actually do as much DPS as possible. Today, we're gonna be using a weak aura from my boy Fonzis, the DK Next Action Guide by Fonzis. I'll have a link to his Discord in the description if you have any questions, but this thing is phenomenal. It does all of the math for you. It goes over your openers, it goes over what spec you're in, what build you're running even. It also goes over if you have AoE situations or anything like that. So it just makes things really simple for you on boss fights. I do want people to be cautious. It is hard for it to work on like trash because it is looking towards you dealing with bosses. Just as a reference to know just exactly how good this is Patchwork Fight for all classes in the entire world. And the #1 person in the entire world is our boy Fonzis, who made this actual weak aura. And he followed it exactly to get #1 DPS in the world. That's the 100. No one has done more than him as the time of recording this video. So the first thing you always open with for the most part is gonna be Icy Touch. You're gonna see it's gonna make us use our runes right away. Icy Touch into Plague Strike, into Blood Strike, into a Death and DK. I'm one actual rune away from having my Gargoyle. So at this point, we would be using Bloodlust and Gargoyle. It is tracking if we have Bloodlust, and right now I obviously don't have Bloodlust, which means it's not gonna tell you to use that actual Gargoyle, at least not right now. So if we look at one of my VODs from last week using this actual add-on or actual weak aura, you can pretty much just follow the rotation. And there's one thing, a part of my actual weak aura as well for Death and Decay tracker that shows you when D&D is coming up. If there are runes or anything like a death rune on CD, Blizzard's actual UI won't show you that Death and Decay will be actually available a lot sooner. But the weak aura does all of that math for you. So you don't need to worry about if it's telling you to Death and Decay and you can't yet, just be spamming the D&D button because it will come up way sooner than what Blizzard's actual UI will show you, as you can see in my bottom left corner right there. And if you're ever worried when to blood boil, when to use something like Heart Strike as an Unholy DK, this deals with that all for you, especially if you have like less than 10 seconds on your Desolation buff, as you can see in the middle of the screen. You wouldn't be using your Blood Boil then because you wouldn't be keeping up that buff. And this rotation weak aura will tell you exactly when to do all of those things. So you can pretty much follow it to a T to get some phenomenal parses. And one question we'll probably always get is, does this weak aura take into account if there's an AoE situation? And it does. It will give you times to Blood Boil or Pestilence when there are AoE situations going on, as well as it'll make sure you're keeping up all of your diseases, you're playing your rotation pretty much perfectly without really having to think about it. And after using this for a few raids, you're gonna fully get used to how to play Unholy DK, how to play it well, how to snapshot your Gargoyle, and how to just pump in these raid situations. And it will work also for you as a Frost Death Knight. The one caveat I would have to be cautious as a Frost DK is a lot of things can change very quickly for Frost DKs with procs, and it might not load or catch things just as fast as you might be able to do if you're trying to get that absolute 100 parse, but it will tell you the next action to do that is correct in order. It just might not be exactly on the point because things change with your rotation as Frost DK very, very, very quickly, and you might not have enough time to react to it. And that's pretty much it, guys. I can go on and on into how this weak aura works, the math behind it, all of the questions, but you can find all of those on Fonzis's Discord channel in the FAQ section. So it's really easy for you guys if you have any questions to go check it out there. Again, thanks for watching, guys. Thanks for supporting the channel. We are on our way to 40,000 subscribers, and I'm trying to actually get to 50,000 by the end of the year. We'll do a massive giveaway when we get there, but at 40K, we'll also do a huge giveaway. And if you're really good at designing merch, anybody that's good at designing merch, make sure to hit me up in Discord, because I'm trying to figure out the next merch drop, and I want to do a giveaway of that also. I'll see you guys all on the next one, and good luck out there.